Right, hello and welcome everyone to this Business Done Different intro with me, Smriti Goswami. And wait, let me just mute everyone and then we get started. And whoever wants to ask a question can unmute and ask. And am I audible enough to all of you? Okay, good. All right, so it's interesting, how many of us already decide that because this class is very expensive, it's not meant for us. Others can choose it, but we shouldn't even look at it. We shouldn't even attend the free call. We shouldn't do anything. We shouldn't even touch this class with a barge pole, right? Because someday we have decided that this is beyond our reality. Now, how many of you actually resist creating that success for yourself because someday you've decided it's too expensive, or others can actually have it but not me, right? Now, if you want something and you cannot afford it, okay, how many of you decide that you can't have it? Like, it's just because at that moment you don't have the money to choose it, you just decide that, oh, this is not for me, right? Instead of looking at what will create if you choose this, and what contribution can it be to you, okay? So, but if it's calling out to you, if there's an energy that's literally driving you to that, that's literally calling out to you, there has to be something in it for you, right? That's the reason you're just getting attracted to it. So how many of you actually resist choosing things for yourself because somewhere you've decided it's out of my league or out of bounds for me? So everything that is, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Please, right, wrong, good, bad, one, all I shall boys, go as it comes. So if you want something and you cannot afford it, how many of you decide that you can't have it? What that means is that that amount of money you don't have is actually currently running your life through. Okay? So how do you change that? First and foremost, you have to actually make a demand to change this. This is not fun for me, universe. I don't want to be dependent on the amount of money that I have to be able to choose something. What will it take for me to be just able to choose anything and everything that I desire with total ease and have the money show up, or whatever it takes? What will it take for me to be able to choose this? Okay, so a lot of times we end up having these secret agendas, which, because certain things will literally propel us into big league, okay? So we'll only create those roadblocks or those secret agendas, which will start stopping us or limiting us, or it'll show up in the form of, say, for example, health, okay? Or it'll show up in the form of debts or lack of money, or it'll show up in the form of, a lot of trauma and drama in the house. So then you're like, okay, yeah, let me just not choose this for myself right now, maybe some other time, right? But you need to sit and acknowledge and see, is there a pattern that you're creating that every time you're about to leave, every time you're about to choose more, are you stopping yourself? Or are you creating subconsciously all these little issues and roadblocks for yourself? So what are the secret agendas you're functioning from? What are the secret agendas holding you back from actually choosing a reality that's going to be fun for you? So let me do a clearing for you guys. What fantasies, weaknesses, secret agendas, projected future realities, and projected present realities about money have you made more real than the awareness that would allow you to create a completely different reality financially? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Please, right, wrong, good, bad, what, population, boys, boys, yours. So if you were willing to receive everything in the world, and if you can have everything that you desire, it's only what you have refused to receive, what you refuse to allow to contribute to you, what you've refused that is actually a contribution to you in your life and your body, that limits or keeps you from having everything that you would like to have in life, right? So be present to what exactly is going on. What am I unwilling to receive here? Sometimes the unwillingness to receive being too much. Okay, so you'll have these secret agendas which will create all these various roadblocks for you, right? Money creation, lack of money is a major roadblock that most people create. And what's the value of choosing that? What do you love about that? If something is not changing, either you're not demanding big enough, you're not demanding that this shit changes now, or somewhere you're like, somewhere you maybe love having to struggle all the time with little things. And that's what is creating, maintaining all those various roadblocks and lack of money. So everything that just brought up, let's destroy and untrade it all, please. Right from good, bad, what purple and short boys, boys and neons. Now, you keep saying, I can't afford it. Or it's not that you can't afford it. It's just that you won't create what would allow you to afford it. Let me say it again. It's not that you can't afford it. It's just that you're not willing to create what would allow you to have everything that would allow you to afford it. Okay. You think that if you don't own it and you can't buy it and that it's not contributing to you. That's like saying if you don't buy the sky, it can't be contributing to you. It's not like that. Everything contributes. Everything contributes very, very dynamically to you. Whether you own it or you don't own it, at least allow yourself to receive the energy of everything possible in the world to start contributing to you. At this moment, like, how many of you actually resist walking into a Louis Vuitton showroom or any of those high-end showrooms where even a single bag is like for 4 lakhs, okay? 4.5 lakhs actually. Just a very simple beige bag. It wasn't even pretty. I remember just a few days ago, I walked into that Louis Vuitton showroom and it was for that much. And I was like, wow, that's interesting. So yeah, how many of you actually even resist walking into that showroom? And even if you do, how many of you actually have your barriers up because you feel it is too expensive, right? What if you could actually, as a home play, do that? Go to a very high-end showroom or a place or a hotel, which is like really, really very luxurious. Go there and just be. Just maybe order a cup of tea, if nothing else. Just be. Just soak in the ambience. Tell your body, this is what I love. What will it take for you to create this? Anything that you like, that you'd like to purchase, but you find it very, very expensive. Just ask your body to create it for you. And you talk to that object or that thing and say, I'm choosing you. I will come back for you. Right? And allow yourself and your body to start receiving the contribution of maybe that bag or that belt or whatever it is that you liked. Just at least instead of resisting and having a barrier up, start allowing your body to start receiving that contribution. What would that be? Cool. So hold on. Let's ask some questions. Hi, Falguni. Hi, everyone. So does anyone have a question?
Hi, Smriti.
Hi.
Smriti, can I ask you?
Yeah, sure. Can I know your name? It says HP's phone.
It's Mamta.
Mamta. Okay, cool.
I'm so sorry. I have to rename it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Smriti, as you said that if you just go in such a, for example, if any luxurious restaurant or hotel and just go have a coffee and then you ask that I'll come back, I'm choosing it. I didn't get that, but I understood that.
If you like something, instead of saying, oh, you're too expensive, I can't afford you. Every time you say, I can't afford something, you're telling the universe you're not worth it. So don't say, I can't afford you. Say, I'm choosing you and I will come back to you soon.
Okay. I'm choosing
so then
you.
Then you actually make it happen. It's just a choice. Seriously, it's just a choice.
Yeah. Okay. So other question is that like it's anything that is in process also, and we are thinking many things comes up, like it's showing up the support is also there, but still it's making the choice to actualize it. So it's same thing, right?
Yes, it's just a choice to actually have it. So what secret agendas that are you functioning from that is preventing you from receiving all that you're asking for? And
Okay.
if that is times a bazillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please?
Yes.
Like
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for that clearance.
It's not that we can't have anything. It's just that we're not willing to do whatever it takes for us to have it. So there's a difference here, right? And then you pass it on as, oh, I couldn't choose this because of this reason, right? It's just, again, not choosing it is also a choice that you're making.
Not choosing is also a choice that you're not making.
That's also a choice. Not choosing something is also a choice you're making.
Yes.
And what's the value of choosing that?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Anyone else have any questions?
By the way, Happy New Year.
Yeah, wishing all of you all a very happy new year. And a very prosperous new year. Full of possibilities, full of success, full of loads and loads of choices and miracles.
And thank you for gifting this gift call in the first week of the new year. Thank you.
So now you'll see me more often. I'm also planning to conduct a book club very soon. Various book clubs. So yeah, you'll be seeing me more often. What else?
Thank you. Thank you.
Last year I was really busy, caught up with a lot of things. And yeah. All right. So who else has a question? Sonal has a question.
Sonal and Manvi have raised their hands.
Yeah, Sonal, go ahead. Manvi. Okay, Sonal, go ahead. Manvi's hand.
Hi, Happy New Year.
Thank you. Wish you also very happy new year, Sonal.
Thank you. So my question is, we are saying, okay, this particular product is of say 4 lakhs, okay, whatever it is, and maybe I am from a space that I can afford, it, but I don't think it is worth 4 lakhs. So there is many times, this clash going in between, that whether I am really from the space that I cannot afford it, I think it is not worth putting 4 lakhs there. So that is also sometimes come in our universe, like, and then I go into many different using words or correcting, knowing that it's a confusion whether I'm doing it right.
The thing is, if it's 4 lakhs, and if you know that if money was not an issue and you would just go ahead and pick it up, that's fine. And if you don't want to pick it up, that's also fine. You don't have to choose things that are worth 4 lakhs. Like, you don't really necessarily have to pay 4 lakhs for a bag. It's a question of every time you see your barriers going up, when you hear the price, if anytime you're uncomfortable, that's the energy is what I'm asking you to actually address. You don't have to choose that.
Okay, so when we see, okay, not comfortable.
Yeah, you have to choose what's fun for you. And if that bag is not fun for you, don't choose it. Let the pricing not be an issue. If you really like something, that's fine. But if you find yourself shrinking or having your barriers go up, that's the energy that you have to address and change.
To PodPok over there, we run clearing statement there.
You say, okay, everything I'm resisting with receiving this, I now just try and uncreate it all. Please, right, wrong, good, bad, what, all the points of view that this is bringing up about the bag being too expensive. Even if I can afford it, I'm choosing not to buy. Everything that's bringing up in my world and my universe, I now just try and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, what, right? The thing is, the moment we put up barriers, we stop that object from contributing to us, or that person from contributing to us, or that whatever it is that you're putting up barriers against, you already stopped receiving the contribution. Right? That's what's happening.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, Manvi.
Hi,
Hi, Manvi.
how are you doing?
Good. Very good.
So I believe this is a call to introduce business done different.
Yes.
So could you maybe tell us about a couple of tools, how we can do that?
Couple of
don't-
tools.
Yeah,
What do you want to know?
like how is business done different? Like, are there any key tools to this?
Okay, so I just gave you couple of tools to outcreate everywhere you're functioning from a space of lack of money. So I just did a couple of clearings with that. I will talk a
Okay.
lot at length about what this class entails very shortly. So then you'll know what it's all about.
So one of the tools you shares is to clear lack of money.
I just shared that.
Okay. No, I just hopped into the call. I wasn't here.
So you'll do
So-
the recordings soon.
Okay, all right. So will there be any other tool that Gary like shares on this or Simone shares on this?
I'll just follow the energy of whatever's coming up based on the questions people ask. So there's no agenda with this call. It's just a free-flowing call with whatever comes up. So I would just suggest have a little patience and just hear out the whole call and see what shows up for you.
All right.
Until there's something specific you want to ask.
Well, just some tools on how we can do business in joy and in ease and glory. I don't know how this works. I'm told that there are always tools in these classes. So
All right, let me talk a little bit about business done different. This class is one of my most favorite classes. It is an amazing class. It's 3 full days of non-stop creation. And it's loaded, the manual is loaded with hundreds of tools, hundreds of clearings. Okay, it's like literally like a Bible that you need to have around you. Anytime you're facing some kind of a funk in your business, or every morning just wake up and say, okay, what do I need to know or be aware of with respect to my business? What will contribute to me today? What clearings will contribute to me today? And you just hold the book and then you just open it, and there'll be some clearing that will really contribute to you. So we talk about, let me just tell you what all we talk about. Just give me 2 minutes. So we'll be talking about the basic foundational tools, how to create, what are we defending, what are we avoiding in the creation of business, what exactly is creation, what are the 6 different ways that we can create, what are, where are we looking for validation, where are we looking for excuses, and start creating. There is a creation exercise, there is a whole lot of ways about how to receive. There is some things known as stratification that we function from. Where are we doing stratification in business? How to outcreate, how to perceive what exactly is going on. So we'll be talking about creation of money. We'll be talking about business systems, which is all about all the things, aspects that you need to have in place to actually set up your business. From relationships in business to hiring your staff in business, and the different 3-4 different types of energies that you require in your business, how to outcreate the industry standard. Of course, yes, creating a business of ease, joy, and glory, how to go about that, what all is required, how to work with business partners, what are the deal and delivers, what are the business systems versus structures in business. And then we'll also be talking about money, different forms of ways of creation of money, how we end up actually stopping and avoiding receiving money, what are the cash flows, how to engage with the gold molecules to actually create more for you, what are the different forms of investments. And this is just 5% of what I've spoken about. All the things that you'll be actually receiving.
Okay, so is this a book?
This is a manual.
Okay, so Simone has a book called Joy of Business. Is this based on that, or this is something else?
It is based on, it is one of the byproducts of that. So
Okay.
Joy of Business is actually a specialty in Access, and so they have different classes out of it. Business Done Different is one of the most valuable product of Joy of Business, and then there's a one-day class, Access Business and Money. Then there is also Getting Out of Debt Joyfully. So all these are part of the, they come under the Joy of Business umbrella.
All right. Thank
All
you so
You're
much.
welcome.
So when is this and how long is this and all of that?
So
Like
this,
you're going to be talking about it later, is it?
no, this class is from 6th to 8th of January, and it starts in the next few days. And Shilpa just added a link to register, and it is for 1430 USD. That is the Indian pricing. If you are based in some other country, then depending on the country that you're based in, what is the pricing system? The full price is $2,200. And the current pricing of the USD is what you have to pay for this. There is no fixed pricing as such. The fixed pricing is 1430 USD. So can you just change?
So if the 14, what's that?
1430 USD.
Okay, all right. For
Okay.
2 days, is this a 2-day thing?
It's a 3-day class, 3 full day class.
Okay. All right.
All right,
Thank you.
you're welcome. All right, does anyone else have any questions? No one?
Can I ask one?
Yes.
It's Prem here.
Yes, Prem.
Yeah. Thank you for this. So my question is on the. So there are multiple businesses, right? We have possibilities: business A, business B, business C, business D, etc. Right?
Yeah.
And oftentimes, what happens in my world is rejecting a certain business because of the generation of money I am unable to perceive a particular business would do. So how do I?
So yeah.
Like,
so
what is? Yeah.
when you're
Go ahead.
choosing to do that, that is mostly how much are you actually operating from a conclusion? Like, where have you already decided that this business might not be able to create that kind of money? So let me reject this and get something else. What if you were willing to be totally present with it and ask lots of questions? I would always say, keep your platter full. Like when you go to a buffet, to have a buffet at a restaurant, right? So you usually just take only the things that you want to eat. But when it comes to a buffet of creating your business and a lot of creations, keep your platter literally loaded and totally full. Because be willing to get or create numerous revenue streams, not from a space of deciding, oh, I don't have time for it. You'll always find time. It's about prioritizing what requires your attention at that moment. So it's like if you have multiple businesses, say business A, B, C, D, E, and in the morning when you wake up, ask, okay, which one of my businesses requires my immediate attention right now? Okay, and you'll realize that you need to only focus on 3 businesses that particular day, right? So yeah, so then the next day, ask again. You'll realize maybe you need to still focus on the same 3 businesses today itself, the next day. So just go follow the energy. So anytime you're creating a different business, doesn't mean you have to withdraw your energy from the previous businesses. Like you have to have your energy infused in all.
Okay.
Energetically connected to all the businesses. So then you just know, and also talk to your business. Ask it to let you know when it requires attention or energy, or let you know when a certain employee, say, for example, is going rogue or not doing well, or is up to some mischief. Ask the business to make you aware. Right.
Okay.
So then that's how then you're not involved in literally the nitty-gritties of the business, but you are creating more from a space of relaxation where you are using more of your awareness to create your business. So the business done different class is not what you would, not the kind of tools that you learn in say an MBA class or the different
Mhm.
ways and the rules and regulations. That's not what this is all about. This is about literally going deep within you and seeing
Yeah.
where all are you stopping yourself from showing up in the world. How much are you actually keeping your products hidden or your businesses hidden? Because you say, for example, maybe you don't want to be judged by someone. So suppose you
Hmm.
have a product, suppose this teacups is what you make, suppose, for example, and if you put in a lot of effort to design this teacup the way, a particular way, now because you put in a lot of efforts and you are really proud of it, but you will not be able to tolerate if someone else is dissing it or judging it and saying it's not really good enough. So what you'll do is you'll make sure that that person doesn't get exposed to this teacup, or doesn't, this teacup does not really cross his come across his awareness also, right? So what are you doing? You are only keeping yourself hidden or keeping the products hidden from people who you think might judge.
Yeah.
That's how we keep our businesses really small and limited based on where we are not willing to receive judgment from people or whatever we have decided that it entails, right? So that kind of literal overhauling of all those places deep within you, things that you've not even thought of, things that are where you've been limiting yourself subconsciously, things where you're functioning from a whole lot of secret agendas that's just primarily directed at limiting you or stopping you, even though you want something totally different. But if you're not vibrationally compatible with all that you're asking for, you will create and maintain those secret agendas that limit you. So this is about coming to that awareness about how to out-create all those places where you put yourself on hold. So it's literally like putting you in a washing and drying cycle of a washing machine and you come out totally spanking new.
Okay.
It's literally about that. It's like a deep insight into all those places where you've been holding yourself back. And mostly we are not very aware of where all we are holding ourselves back because it's all done subconsciously, right? So
Right.
yeah, so this class is about gaining a lot of awareness, a lot of insights, a lot of tools to out-create everything that you've allowed to stop you. Cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else have any question?
Smriti, hi,
Who's Jay?
Janice.
Janice, okay.
Oh,
Okay, fine.
Oh yeah, I thought my camera wasn't on.
Yeah, it was on, yeah. I was just reading the messages, so it was blocking your face. Yeah, go ahead. Hi, Janice.
Hi, Happy New Year.
Wishing you a
Let's
very
create a lot together this year.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, for
Okay, your voice is cutting off. Switch off your camera and then ask the question. Maybe.
have a so and because I run okay, you know what, you may do whatever, but this is
Hear anything you said because your voice was cutting off. Can you repeat? Can you start again from the beginning?
right. So I was saying that small size companies
Yeah.
have COOs. One moment, my pet chooses just the right time. Okay. So you have COOs and important people in the company who do not agree to the pace that you are running at.
Okay.
So you may want to create multiple businesses and do multiple things, but people can't catch up to that pace. I know that we keep asking for contributive people to show up in our lives, but what else can we do here?
So ask for more people to show up who will be willing to help you create all that you desire. So instead of falling in line with what certain people cannot choose for themselves, what if you actually still kept on choosing for yourself? What if you did not allow their reality to if you did not choose to fit in with their reality, what would it create then? So like, sorry, my throat. So there is this reality which will tell you to fit into everything, which will ask you to follow the rules and regulations. This is how you have to do things. This is the box. The small little box is what you have to fit into. So it will keep on guiding you based on that. And then there is the reality, which is the reality that you create for yourself from the possibilities that you know is possible, that you are aware of. Okay, when you choose to create from that space, there is a whole new world that starts opening up. So instead of trying to fit in with this reality, what if you could invite this reality to fit in with your reality? So what is fun for you? What would you like to create? What would you like to choose? Is what you have to focus on. Other people's limitations is not your problem, right? If someone, of course, if you have to depend on those people for you to create, ask some other people to show up who will help you create this. You don't have to be stuck with certain people because you feel, okay, these are the only ones I can trust and these are the only ones who can deliver. That is actually operating more from conclusions. So asking a lot of questions, making choices, even if they feel and look impossible, about just going ahead and being that force of unstoppable is what will create for you. Or you can just choose to fit in with those people's realities and keep cribbing, right? And say, oh, poor me. Or you say, okay, I'm here in this world. I'm not here to crib. I'm here to create a different reality, and I'm going to be it, do it, and create it, no matter what it takes. Right?
And what's with the thought of so much to do and so little time?
There's always time for you to choose what you want to do. As I mentioned, right? You start delegating. You don't have to do like micromanage things. Find people who will do your work for you.
Contributive people show up.
What will it take? Yeah, what will it take for you actually to just lounge by the beach and sip on your whatever cocktails and just relax, and yet be energetically connected to each of your businesses and allow them to contribute to you?
Yeah, I mean, that would be like,
What if the
wow.
is your office? What would
Yeah.
that be? Yeah, so it's just a choice. That's one of the first things that attracted me to Joy of Business. I saw a photograph of one of the CFs just sitting by the beach and lounging on the chair. And so they had their laptop. And beyond that laptop, I could see their toenails. Okay, and they had a cocktail in their hand. And beyond that was the infinity swimming pool. And beyond that was the beach. And I was like,
Wow.
oh, this is fun for me.
Wow.
So,
This is exactly what I can picture myself and, desire that and wonder what it would take to
have to
show
step
up.
in. Choice.
Yeah.
Literally that simple. Literally that simple. Okay. And also be present and see, okay, how many times do we talk ourselves out of all the choices that we have available for us? Because we feel, oh, it can't be that easy, or someday I will create. What if that
Yeah.
is now?
So true.
And also each one of you become really present to when you really, 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 really wanted something. How many of you actually managed to make it happen? How many of you actualized it because you really wanted it, right? So what if you could choose creation based on that? What if you use the same energy to create all that you desire? What would that create for you? Just be very present. When you want something, when you put your mind to it, you will create and achieve it. Okay. It doesn't have to be difficult. You don't have to go through a whole lot of. How many of you actually create a very difficult life for yourself because others have said, oh, it won't be easy? Or somewhere you have to prove to a point to someone where, after struggling and struggling and struggling some more, when you finally achieve that success, then others will turn around and say, oh, you really deserved it. So where are you trying to make sure or looking for people's validation. That yes, I
All the
deserve.
time.
Yeah.
I think all the time.
Where are you making your life so difficult? Because other people are not willing to validate you, or they feel you have it easy. So you'll end up creating a lot of issues to prove to them, say it's not easy. But what's the value of choosing that?
Yeah, and unknowingly testing you all the time, so
Yeah.
that you don't face that rejection or
Right.
you're your own critic.
Yes. All right, let's do a bit of creation exercise. Okay. So get an energy of everything that you desire to choose, to create. Okay. What would you like to choose that you've not been willing to choose? That literally keeps you from the creative edge of possibilities.
Could you repeat that?
What would you like to choose that you've not been willing to choose that literally keeps you from the creative edge of possibilities? What would just be very present to what is it that you truly, truly, truly like to create for yourself and out in the world? Okay, so get the energy of what you would truly like to create.
So much money and luxury that I never have to think about it ever again.
So at this moment, let everybody is part of this. So let them all energetically connect to all that they desire. Okay, so get the energy of what you would truly like to create. Each one of you, get that energy. And now get the energy of stepping into this constant state of creation. Just step into that energy with that and a constant state of question. Okay, get the energy of it, the generative energy, and then from there ask what else is possible, universe. What are the different avenues open for me? What are the different choices that I can make right now? What choices can I make today that my future self will thank me for? Just start asking questions. Step into that energy, that constant creation energy. Okay. And also ask, okay, what action do I need to take today? What can I do and what can I be today that would allow that to show up with ease, joy, and glory, with total ease for me? And what if creation was the easiest choice you make today? So what exactly is creation? It's like a constant state of movement, of fluidity. It's just like an acoustic wavelength. You just, when you're choosing from that space, from your awareness, from the following the energy, then it's actually like an acoustic wavelength. And there is just a flow and you're able to create things with total ease. Okay. So the second you stop creation, you stop the fluidity of possibilities that can show up. So everything that brought up, times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate that, please? Right from good, bad, good, for conventional voice, poor as influence. And what if choosing something was, what if it was as simple as just asking for it to be easy? Just because you're choosing something doesn't mean it has to be really difficult, right? What if you could actually ask for more ease? What would that create? And you can't work out what your future will be. You create it by constantly choosing. Even if you don't know what it is that you'd like to create, but there's an energetic awareness, you'll keep stepping into it. It will not show up the way you've decided it has to show up, but it would be a constant tug and pull, and you just know you have to choose it, even though you don't know why you want to choose it, but you just know you have to choose it. That's what will start creating for you. Okay, do not control it, just allow yourself to have that ease and that space of relaxation, and then just choose. Okay, cool. What else? Who else have any questions? Does anyone else have any questions? No?
Smriti, can I ask the question?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi. So, we're really talking about creation right now. So many a times we are not even, sometimes even sure what people like to create, or there's a lot of confusion with what I really need to create. So can you talk a little about that?
So at times when there's confusion about what you'd like to create, how much are you actually tapping into the universes of all those people who are busy judging you for being too much? How much are you trying to fit in with their needs of you, where they have decided what you need to be into for them? So if you be too much, then they will you will not be able to fulfill the need that they have of you. So you will keep yourself limited. Now this is all done subconsciously. And then you keep wondering why things are, why am I not choosing to go ahead with things? Why there are these roadblocks that are being created? Why is so and so upset? Right? Why is there trauma and drama in my house? It's just because of that. It's because you're being too much. Right? Even so, you'll end up creating issues with your friends where they're so used to seeing a limited version of you. So then they will make it really difficult for you to be something different or choose more. They will make you wrong. And a whole lot of other people also do that, right? Including your own family. Now, so you ask, what's the value of stopping myself from choosing all that I desire? And then, okay, what choices can I make today that my future self will thank me for? Sometimes you really don't know what you'd like to create, but there's an energetic awareness that you have, right? And then there are sometimes when you want to do 10 different things, you want to do a whole lot of things, right? And what if you did not make yourself wrong for that? And what if you could choose everything? Typical humanoid nature is to actually keep doing everything possible, do 10 different things simultaneously, right? So what if you could just step into that awareness? You would ask me how do I know? What was your question?
So I was asking that sometimes you don't really know what you would like to choose, and you're sometimes it's in a space of confusion, or this, or should I go with that, or should I go with that? So
what if you can have everything? If there are certain things that are calling out to you, then what if you can have them all?
So
Yeah,
how
but-
do we like choose like a small choice? Like maybe that's a question, like how to make a small choice, because we have to make a small choice, right? To begin anything.
You just have to make a choice. Big or small doesn't matter.
Okay, so we just make the choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just follow the energy and just choose. Okay, let me give you an example. Okay. When I had to choose to be a Joy of Business certified facilitator, and I also was contemplating choosing Talk to the Entity CF. And I was like, okay, which one should I choose? The Talk to the Entity CF training was in Vienna, which is closer to India. So in all aspects, it was way cheaper for me, including the training was also cheaper than the Joy of Business, the JCF training, which was in Napa Valley, all the way in US, on the other side of the US. And the hotel stay, the class cost and everything was so much more expensive. But then there was also royalty that I had to pay, which whether or not I was creating a class, I had to pay a royalty. Whereas with Talk to the Entity, I would have to pay a royalty only if I'm conducting a class. So there were a whole lot of things actually against the JCF training, right? And most people did not choose that training. But there was something about that training that just kept calling out to me. I just knew I had to choose this. Okay. It did not make logical sense. It did not make sense in any aspect, in like all practical purposes. It did not really make any sense, but I just knew I had to choose that. And I chose that, and my whole world changed. Suddenly I was just propelled into a different league where I was one of the 30 JCFs in the world. And then every morning when I'd come back home, and every morning when I would wake up, I would see some CF in some part of the world had created something. And I would literally stop looking at my phone and I started judging myself that, hey, all of them are achieving so much and I'm not even doing anything. But when I actually became present to that energy and I realized, wow, all of them are choosing to be unstoppable. They're not waiting for someone to ask them for a class. They're just going ahead and creating and creating and creating, and they're willing to travel all over the world. And it just started opening up so many more possibilities for me, right? I had no clue about anything. I don't come from a business background, but there was something about this class which really called out to me. And it changed so much for me, right? So sometimes you have no idea why there is a certain pull or a tug to choose something, but just trust yourself and follow the energy and know that you will make it happen. Okay. It might not be easy, but the difficulty level is only where you are resisting stepping into it. All the difficulty level is created by you. Right? When I had to choose to be a pilot, and at that moment, I really was at a phase in my life where I had no other choice but to choose this, right? Where I had to take some tough decisions and I had to really choose this. And I was married. I had 2 kids, 2 really small kids, and you needed to clear physics and maths in your 12th standard. And I had physics, I had science without math. So I used to put my kids to bed by like 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. There was this guy from IIT who used to come and teach me maths. I just had 1 month to clear the maths paper because I took admission in an open school. But it's like when you put your mind to it, you become that force of being unstoppable, right? No matter what it takes, you're going to be it, do it, create it. When there is a demand in your universe, there's no stopping you, right? So that's what it takes. So all the times when we keep cribbing at why we can't choose certain things, we're not choosing because we're not willing to step into it. We don't really want it badly enough, right? That's all. So where is the demand? If seriously you're looking to create something, creating something actually takes 100% commitment to choosing that. Yeah, and it's okay. You can go easy on yourself. You can go easy on a lot of things, but just know if there's anything in your life that you're not creating because you're not committed enough. There's no demand in your world for that. Right? That's the reason things are not showing up in that.
Like I
So then
chose this year.
How do we like create that demand in our world of, like, because if you are already blessed with an amazing house, with cars, with, all of that, and you still want to launch like, the world's first, businesses on this planet and like become a quadrillionaire, like how do you create a demand for that?
It's just a choice that you have to step into.
So I become a quadrillionaire and I step into that.
It is, what would it take for me to become whatever I'm choosing to become? What will it take for me to be the first one to launch a particular business that maybe you're choosing to create? What will it take? Ask lots of questions. So the demand has to be of you. Make a demand. I will do it, be it, create it, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Second thing is requesting the universe. What will it take, universe, for me to create and receive this with ease? And then the action required. The third step is the action required. What do I have to be and do to create and receive this? Right?
With ease.
With ease. Create and receive also. A lot of us ask for a lot of things. We ask for big things, but if we are not vibrationally compatible with that energy, we miss it. We are not even willing to be aware when that thing comes, when that opportunity comes our way, and we let it pass by.
Yeah. So how do we become aware of how do we become that vibration?
What if I say, okay, guys, what if we leave all these questions for the class? There's so much that is going to be part of this class? What if I did not give away the whole class here on this call? What will it take for all of you to choose this class to actually receive the magic of this class? This class is actually beyond phenomenal. There are so many topics that we discuss. It's 3 full days of literally overhauling of your being, your body, everything, and a whole lot of awarenesses for you to receive more from. So if you're
But
looking
only
for
one thing. There are so many classes that I have chosen for this year with travel, with being online and in person, that I'm worried, how am I going to manage everything, home, business?
So, Janice, when I got into Access and I decided to be a CA, I just kept choosing. I just kept taking the next step. So I knew, okay, I'm choosing to be a CA. These are the classes lined up. This is month. But I would focus on the next upcoming class. Okay, I would create for that and manage to choose that. Then I would focus on the next class. So I traveled to 9 different countries within 10 months, just chasing all these classes. Where did the money show up from? I have no clue. It just showed up. So if you do not make money the issue, and if you just chose something, like you really, really chose, not, oh, if I have the money, I will choose, but I'm choosing this, universe, make it happen, then everything
Take care of the money part. I'm choosing this. Now it's your job to do this.
yeah, so everything starts falling in place.
Okay.
I wasn't earning at that time. Literally, I wasn't earning. And there would people show up from different cities to attend some classes with me. And then I just started creating money. I just started choosing one at a time. I wasn't looking at the end goal, right? I just kept looking at the next step. That was in my awareness, but the next step, next step, next step. So I would focus only on the next class that was coming up. And then the next class, and then the next class, and the money kept showing up.
Perfect.
Cool. So, and yes, and what if you can choose all those classes? It's just again a choice.
Yeah.
There was a time when I was actually spending literally 24 lakhs a year on just these classes, right? Because there was also a whole lot of royalty involved. But yeah, and so the thing is, if you start buying the point of view that, oh my God, these classes are expensive and how will I create, is it even worth it? Then you are not willing to receive from it. What have all these classes created for me over the past few years have been phenomenal. I'm a totally different person, right? And this is about choosing more consciousness. So whether you have a body or not, whether you're in some other lifetime or whatever else you choose, you have this awareness with you all the time. That level of consciousness that you're working on for your being, it's going to be there throughout, right? So it's up to you. What is true for you? There'll be a whole lot of people who would say a whole lot of things based on, people will stop you based on their own limitations. What is fun for you? What is calling out to you? What is your reality? And where can you find it? What if you start asking this question? What's my reality and where can I find it?
Yeah.
And what you have to be and to create it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. What if what you're paying for these classes is just 1% of what you earn?
Yeah. I trust you.
What if you trust yourself?
I knew it was coming.
I'm not the source. You are the source of creation.
Yeah. So these 3-day classes are in person?
So this class can also be attended online, and it can be simultaneously live and online also.
So where are they? Where is it?
It will be at Western Powai Lake. Same
Western
place.
Powai.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right. Cool. What else is possible? So thank you so much, everyone. I think we already way past our. Does anyone else have any questions? Anything else? Okay, so this is a 3-day class. It is from on the 6th, 7th, 8th of January, and it'll be at Mumbai. And you also have the option of choosing it online. And yeah, what else is possible? That's that. Cool. So thank you so much. You can connect with Shilpa or with me if you need more details for this class. And I'm looking forward to seeing all of you there.
Can I just share a piece of information before we sign off?
Yeah.
And I couldn't stop myself from saying this. This was the class where I was in that phase of my life where I really didn't know where I was going. I was like totally blank and I was figuring out stuff. Okay, where from here? I just quit my job and I'm like, okay, where from here? And I'm so grateful. Swami was actually hosting you, Smriti, at that time, and he had put out a call like this that Smriti had. Okay, it was I think 2018, 19, something like that. And it was this, an intro call like this that I attended to choose a class. I mean, that call actually created so many questions in my space, and I couldn't stop myself from actually, attending that class. Business Done Different is my personal favorite class. It's off the charts. The conversations are off the charts. The manual is off the charts. Smriti, it's fabulously amazing. She has a capacity to really take you to places where, you don't want to go, you don't want to look, you don't want to talk. But trust you me, when I got into this class, like what Smriti was saying, there was this, there's just a calling. Somehow that class really, I knew that class will give me, directions where I really need to go. And I think it's there, and it's that class. And today, becoming a CF was not something in my horizon at all. It was like a distant dream somewhere. Attending a class with Dane was not, that was an upcoming next class, and that was not in my space too. And, and the conversations that we had in the class and the conversations that I had with Smriti after that, and, the way she has your back, everything about my life today is a dream actually come true, because I actually started stepping into that space, and I'm very grateful to Smriti for it, and I'm very, very grateful to Business Done Different as a class. So personally, if I would have to say here, I would recommend anybody and everybody to do and attend this class, because it's a gold mine. It will change the way you look at yourself. It will change the way you look at business. It will change the way you be with business. It will change the way you be with money, and you are a different person after this class, and yeah, it's so people who have not chosen it, please, 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 if you guys have chosen it once, great. And it's a new manual, right, Smriti?
Yeah, new manual.
So yeah,
thank you so much, Shilpa.
my personal recommendation, always.
And just know, I'm not gonna give up on you, even if you are choosing to give up on yourself. So I'm here. I'm gonna have your back all the time. Just
Yeah, she does.
pushing you, literally pushing you down the cliff every single time. So yeah. What else?
She does. I know that, and I'm experienced. She does always have our back. I'm thanking myself to choose Smriti as my facilitator. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. And I hope to see you guys in one of the classes soon. Bye.
Your answers to the class, guys.
So grateful for each one of you. Bye-bye.